You have a nice house.
Thank you.
It's a crying shame you don't have your crockery. You knew that I liked my royal Albert very much.
Yes.
We had this conversation last time.
Yes, I remember.
It's been quite some time since I've been here with you.
Too long.
Very long indeed. But I knew that you've been busy. And I can see that the young people of the house are very happy. It's a good thing, you see.
Yeah.
I used to love that when the grandchildren would come round to play, you see. And then I could just not be anything other than their grandmother, you see. It was very nice, of course, to keep them in order, because they could be a little bit noisy. And I don't like a lot of noise, you see. And they learned that. That's the thing. Children are very good. If you teach them something, and you teach it to them with kindness, they'll receive it that way, you see. I'm really looking forward to my Christmas dinner. It's been some time, I used to only have 2 slices of turkey, that. I didn't like too much meat all of the time, you see. They used to make us eat the venison. And I didn't like that either, but we had to eat it. I liked it, you see. It used to make my stomach a little bit sore. Do you know that? Oh, yes, it did. And that was a little bit as I got older. When I was younger, I could digest most things. I could nearly eat a lion if I wouldn't, of course. That's quite not a nice thing to do. But I wanted to address you at this time and know that there's great comfort in being able to come and speak amongst you, you see. Now, I don't really know what the matters are at hand because, to be honest with you, I've not been keeping up to date like I used to with current affairs. I decided I earned a break from it all, you understand? Worldly matters are very in depth now. I didn't even take time this year to read any of the newspapers like I used to. You see, there's been people that come and hand it to me. I'm like, oh no, please go away with that. I'm not the queen anymore. Give it to somebody else. You see, so I've been quite relieved in some ways to accept that I can rest, you see.
Yes.
But this doesn't mean that we can't get some kind of nice conversation going today. I'd like to tell you that everything in life has its place, you see. And you've had this from your other people that come to you to speak to you. I've met a few of them, tribal men. They're very nice, you know. I didn't understand a word they said, so we had to get a translator. But I enjoyed it very much, you know. And I want you to say that this thing that you do is quite remarkable in allowing me the opportunity to voice something that I feel is important now today for the times that you live in, is what this session is all about, you see. So let's begin. You might not deliver everything that I say because some of it is just not needed, you see. So you feel free to change it and adjust it. Remember that every speech that I came to, I had it written down.
Yes.
Now today, we didn't write anything down. We're gone with formalities, you understand? And it will be the same next year. There will be no written documents. There will be just me, an elderly woman who's experienced a grand life and who wants to be able to impart something that might help your generation, you understand? And so, are we clear that it's me?
Yes.
How can I prove to you that it's me? How can I tell you that it's I here addressing you?
You're no longer queen.
Well, I'm no longer queen, so I'm just Elizabeth.
Yes.
I was Lizzie to some of my friends, you understand? Some called me Beth. I didn't like that. You know, titles. What's it all about, you understand?
Yeah.
Now, what I can tell you is I've got my best riding boots on today.
Okay.
They were black with a little bit of maroony kind of colour at the top, you understand?
Okay.
Though they had a line. If you look at the photographs of me, I used to wear them. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I've got my cane with me because that's something I loved to do, you see.
Yes.
Sometimes when I walked the field, I would bring a stick with me because I found it a bit hard on the feet, you understand?
Yes.
so the stick would come with me, and that helped, you see. What other things can I tell you that will help them know it's me? Something that wouldn't be seen in a picture, for example. Do you know that one time I fell flat on my bum? I came off the horse, you understand? Right down on my bum. Thankfully the horse wasn't moving. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. But it did, and it had for a few days afterwards, right on the tailbone, you know. They wanted to send me for x-rays and all of these things and fussing about it. But I said, I'm all right. You know, so they had the doctor come in instead, and the doctor checked me over, and he said I was all right, you know. So between us, we were fine. I stayed in my room, do you know, because I did have a little bit of a limp for that, you see. And I think that was really a time when I got to read. You know, I don't get moments like that.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, should I say. I didn't get moments like that when I could just pick up a copy of Pride and Prejudice or something and just give it a good read, you see.
Yeah.
I've read many books in my time, you understand, especially when we went on sea journeys. I'd love to sit in my room in the quietness and just read.
Did you have a favourite book?
I did. Well, I had three favourite books, excuse me. Has the medium voice coming through a little bit there, you see. But I had three. Vanity Fair was one of them. You knew that. I loved the mischievousness of it all. Yeah, I did. At this time of the year, the only book you'd see me reading was A Night Before Christmas. See, I was very like that. I'd read the same book many times. Do you see?
Yes.
And at different stages in the year, I would read specific books. And it connected me to my childhood, you understand?
Yes.
Which was very important to me and to my mother. She's here with us, so she is. Probably not got a lot to say today, but she didn't want to miss an opportunity for her photograph. So she didn't, you know. And she still loved doing that, and she loved dressing me up and getting me ready for photographs, you understand?
I do.
She often picked my dresses for me, which was nice, you know. We very much mother and daughter in those scenarios, you see. Now, let's proceed with what it is that I can tell you that might help your generation. Now, there is all over the world a great shift occurring. That's what I know from everything that I've had where I am. You understand?
I do.
Many of us great leaders have come together to help you understand what needs to happen now, all right? And one thing is that you will find that 2 men will leave office in the year ahead. They will leave, they will retire, all right?
Yes.
And that retirement will bring and usher a wave of a new generation to come. They will leave English office, let me be very clear.
Okay, thank you.
It will wave in a younger generation with more modern ideas, you understand?
Yes.
Charles will do just fine, but he is handing over a lot of his responsibilities and duties to William, you understand?
Yeah.
And that's a good thing, because William does need to be prepared for what's to come. His father won't be here forever, and William needs to understand the responsibilities that he has to the Commonwealth, you understand?
Yes.
So you'll find that in the year to come, William takes a stronger role in his fatherly duties, you understand?
Yes, I do.
He's only a couple of years away from being king himself. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Which is very clearly the path that will happen, you understand? Now, we really have to take time to think about the structure of the country, because it's changing. Do you understand? And its leadership is going to change in the next 10 years. Many aspects of the parliament will be reduced to, for example, save expense, and unnecessary roles will be taken out, you understand? And I'm not talking about the footmen at the gate, you understand? I am talking about positions of power that do not need to be there anymore. Sometimes we have a bad habit of having 3 people do the same job. Why do we need that?
Of course we don't.
You see, and then that's where conflict and problematic decisions are put in place. There will be a great flood again in the UK, and it will impact a massive scope of land for approximately about 30 miles all around radius. You understand?
Okay.
It's as if a dam breaks, you see, and it floods quite a number of the streets. And one of our most significant cities will be impacted by it.
Okay, thank you.
So people need to be careful about silly things like buying new furniture. And I would say that this is going to be in Liverpool,
Okay, thank you.
just to be very clear with you. Anybody that's close to the banks of the river there will need to be mindful. You understand? Careful. And, in this time, a lot of people will be very angry, even more so than they are now. And major violence will hit the streets in lots of cities. You understand? And the police will need all the support from those in the public. They'll need the support of the public to be able to keep law in place. You understand?
Yes.
Law is needed. If law was not there, people would take. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't consider their actions upon other people. Do you understand? They just think for themselves and do for themselves. Why? Because we've lost that humanity. There are great people. There are wonderful people. Mothers to fathers, to sons to daughters, to those that work in sectors that are deeply compassionate, you understand? But there are also a minority of people that don't want things to get better. They're happy to be stuck in greed, do you understand?
I do, yeah.
That's not the way it should be. And it's not something that I stand for or our family stands for, you understand? And that's why we've always had this awareness that it's good to do one's duty in a fine way. Understand?
I do.
And when you're doing your duty, it's not really duty when you love what you do, you see. You understand? Of course, we get tired. Sometimes we want our privacy. But our duty is to uphold humanity. Do you understand? And that's what our duty is to lift people up and to provide for them when we can provide for them. Do you understand? Whether it's employment on a wage in their pocket so that they can feel that they themselves are responsible for themselves. You understand? I feel that we've come a long way in society, but we've also regressed. And we must address the parts of society that has regressed so that we educate them to do better, do you understand? And to think about other people rather than just themselves, you see.
Yes.
There are people that are sleeping in tents on the streets of London. I have never seen anything like it in my years. It saddens me. Even if we try to give them help, sometimes they don't want the help. They're angry. You understand?
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to do it for themselves, but they don't know how to. And that makes them even more angry. Some people are very good at accepting help. I think everybody should accept help from one another and not see it as weakness, you understand?
Yes.
And if we could do that, things would be better. Food parcels, more and more of them are being given out now, you understand? And more shelters are closing down, unfortunately, because they haven't got the resources to supply to the quantity of people that are coming. Do you see? We need doctors on the street. We need mobile doctors on the streets. Do you understand? Yeah. Not just in hospitals. We need them on the streets, vaccinating people, taking the pressure and the burdens off the bigger buildings. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I would propose. And I would say that that's what William might put in place. I hope that he does. Because that's one way that we can ensure that people are getting the correct medical care and can be referred to the correct departments. It would reduce congestion. You understand?
I understand.
Not just ambulances. I'm talking about mobile doctors, you understand?
Yes.
that are on the streets in specific locations all day, every day. That's what I want. That's what I believe is best for all of us, you understand? And then we want mobile food banks. You understand?
Yes.
Not everything has to be in a building. Do you understand what I'm
Yes.
saying? It doesn't have to be. You have to go to the people where the people are, and the best way to do that is through transport, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, yes.
Mobile food banks is what they want.
It's a wonderful idea.
I believe that's the right way to do things now. You understand? And even places where people can get clothes that's delivered to them. Do you understand? I don't mean to say we should hand everything to everyone. That's not what I'm implying. But there are people living on less than £50 a week. I couldn't do it. I don't understand how other people can do it. You see? So I want you to know that I care. And I will be doing everything that I can to ensure that these thoughts that we have discussed amongst ourselves here in this spirit world are embedded into the minds of those that need to receive it. And these actions are taken so that you, as my people, you are still my people, can feel that you are finally being heard. Do you understand? That your children have futures and that your babies are safe. And we will cut down on all of the things that are being done illegally that will cause people not to live happier lives. You understand? People need holidays. Do you understand? We look at the people that are middle class and they have enough in their pocket they can plan a holiday. But what about the people that don't have that? Do you understand? And they're stuck in boxes. And my goodness, it's horrible. That's absolute squalor. Do you think I was allowed to go to these places when I was alive? I was not.
I don't believe so, no.
I've been there. I've been there and I've walked the halls of the flats in London, you understand?
Okay.
I've walked in many different paths. I've had a chaperone with me, a guide to help me, because I needed to see it for myself. And I promise you that my work on the planet is not done. I have retired as queen, but I am still here to ensure that what needs to be practically sorted out should be sorted out. So I say to you all that you must take care of yourselves. Most importantly, take care of one another. You need each other, and you will need each other in the year to come. Do you understand me? Thank you.